We're on the shores of nowhere, looking out to sea. I turned and kissed your face, and you laughed at me. You laughed at me. How do I feel when I feel like praying, feel like singing? It's so good, so right to be with you tonight. All right, that's Brenda Russell, excuse me. Today I have to look back at a special teacher. Okay, her name was Miss McNeil when I had her. My sister had her 11 years later. Now, of course, we're gonna have that interruption. But it's really, really funny how you learn so much from a teacher. I don't know how the students of today would. I don't know what their experiences are like, but I do know what mine was like with her. She was gentle and she was funny, hilarious even, while being stern. That's the best recipe that a woman could actually have. In fact, I copied some of that technique with my students because I didn't want to be harsh. I didn't want to be disrespectful, but I wanted to be stern with them. And sometimes I'd have to go into a mode, act like I was I'd use my soprano voice and trying to reprimand while making jokes and making light of it. How many people are going to have an experience like that with a teacher? I mean, she was hilarious. We'd be taking an exam and a student would try to distract her and say, Miss McNeil, fix your wig. And she'd laugh and fix it while she was looking even closer at the person. So if they thought they were getting away with something, they weren't. She was remarkably funny while making sure that we learned. Not too many people have that recipe. She was a perfectionist in some cases because she really wanted you to do well. And sometimes she'd pull your curtail and hold your collar for a second and say, look, now we're not going to have none of this today. And even when she was trying to be stern, she was so funny. But again, she led with her heart. Not everyone is going to take on a job where their heart leads. A teacher's job is just that, to lead with your heart. And sometimes you're going to have to be stern. And sometimes you're going to have to be confrontational, as I've been in the past, where you have to confront the situation, handle it, and lead with love and move on along to the next topic or subject matter. We had a poetry lounge in the back of my classroom in New York where we were able to do spoken words, sing, and sometimes get into a circle, like a huddle, where we had to allow people to express themselves. If they had to tear up and cry, we had to let that moment be had so that we could get through the problem and then go on to be able to work and acknowledge our work and be able to really accomplish the goals. Everyone doesn't have that recipe. The recipe that a teacher has when she's leading in love, no matter what the age group, no matter who it is. Even teenagers, when you're teaching teenagers in high school, they all need a sticker sometimes to let them know that they're appreciated. Just as we as adults want to be appreciated, we always want to look back and appreciate the teachers, the people who gave us that love, that thrust, that push to get us through, to prepare us for today. So I have to acknowledge Miss McNeil, who again got married and her name changed when my younger sister had her. But again, leading with love doesn't need measurement because it's always going to be overflowing, especially when you have a teacher like her. So thank you so much for joining us today, where we have a look back at what teachers must have in order to get through the day. Sometimes you have to have a sense of humor, you have to have a sense of love, and you have to have a sense of support, because what you give, you also receive. Thank you so much for joining us here. Lovely being you. Gotta get out of here. Bye.